And we're streaming. And we're streaming. Okay. Oh, yeah, speak. Whatever. All right. What is this stream? Oh, for one, I'm kind of nervous that this is too far away. Am I bending that right? Man, who cares? A little bits here and there. Level 0. What is this? Let me tell you. I want to be a streamer. I think I'm starting to see I have a lot of potential in myself. Hold on, let me just hide my face. I think I have a lot of potential. I'm starting to see that I have a lot of potential in my abilities, in myself, but I'm not leveled up. I'm not leveled up. I have no techniques. I have no microphone techniques. I don't know how to speak properly. I don't even know how to look at a camera properly. I know nothing. I know virtually nothing. So, rather than looking for a niche, rather than looking for, following the meta and being boring and fake and just doing whatever gets you to the fucking finish line, I'm going to be different. I'm going to level up. I'm going to go from level 0 to however high level I need to be to clear out those fucking things. Because I'm tired of being the weak one. I'm tired of being viewed as, oh, he needs help. Oh, he's got great personality, but I can tell he's struggling. That's not me. That is not who I am. I refuse to be that guy because I'm not fucking weak. Right? I was before. I'm not now. I'm not weak. I'm going to prove it by pushing this to its absolute brink, by going further beyond than I ever thought possible, and just keep going consistently, leveling up each day. And this is level 0. By doing this stream, I'm getting XP and I'm leveling up. Is this Sung Jin Woo related? Yes, it is. Because I'm very inspired by that anime. Very inspiring thing. It's a piece of media that I find very, very inspiring because it's about a guy that is so weak, he is literally called the weakest hunter of mankind, and he, through sheer luck and just being chosen, decides, I'm the only hunter that can level up, so I'm gonna level up, and he becomes a fucking S rank. Not even that, he becomes the Shadow Monarch. That is cool as fuck. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now, of course, I'm not Genu, but I am myself. I am Crow. Or I am Jack. That's my name. And I'm going to take this and level up. Because if we're looking at it from that perspective, I'm tired of being E rank, man. I'm tired of being E rank. I know in my soul that I have the potential to be fucking S rank. I know I can shoot for the moon and shoot for the stars, and there will be people that will say, no, you won't. Nah, you're more suited for a grocery job. Who are you to say that to me? Who are you to say that to anyone? Is that how you view yourself? Is that how you belittle people? Put them at their level? Because I'm a firm believer that anybody is capable of doing tremendously great things. Literally anybody. And as one of those nobodies, I'm gonna fucking prove it. I'm gonna prove it by going consistent every day, leveling up just a little bit here and there, putting my perk points into things that I need, and proving to everyone, you can do whatever you want. Will it be tough? Yeah, it will be. Will I see any progress? Probably not for at least 100 levels. You know what? Gino didn't see any recognition until he was about level 100 as well. He saw people started to notice. But eventually, it was too difficult to not notice him. So that is what I'm going to do. From this day on, I know I've streamed before. Those streams were all me trying to find my place. Trying to find what I'm meant to do, what I'm meant to be. But that seems a bit fake. So, how do I not be fake? By hitting stream and just talking. Just airing out my feelings. Because I think that's important. I think that is more real than anyone likes to admit. Because I don't like fake people. I can feel it on them. I know when they're lying, I know when they're being fake, and it's draining. It's so draining. And I'm surely not the only one. You ever been around somebody who is like hiding their feelings, living behind that mask, and then when you're around them and you've been through it, you know what they're going through, it's exhausting being around them because you know they're fake and they're all smiles and they're like, oh, I'm great, I'm doing wonderful, yeah, I'm top of my game, what up? But you just know they're not. It's that feeling, it's that energy that you feel. With me, it's a bit more in your face because when I'm around people who are faking it, I get incredibly bored and tired, and I yawn, and it is exhausting. It's exhausting. And while I'm leveling up, I hope people find this and see this and they're like, I can level up too. Because you can. You can. Firm believer that anybody has the power to level up. Literally anybody has the power to level up. This is my solo leveling. Anyone that sees this and understands, who vibes with me, who gets me, level up with me. Level up with me. Be the strongest with me. You'll be happy that you did it. Because I know that I'll be happy when I did it. I know I'm happy now that I'm doing it because I don't know who else can relate, but I've been rotting in bed for the better part of a few years. Sleeping through life, doing fucking nothing. Just barely getting through it. Living inside my head. It's draining. That's not living. It's not living at all. And I know a lot of people might be like, oh, he's just doing this because, you know, he wants money, he wants fame, he wants. Well, money and fame would be nice. But I've seen a lot of people say that fame and money, you know, they wish that people would have it for a second or a day just to see how awful it is. Because it seems like when you have an abundance of stuff, you're worse than you are. So I don't want that. Sure, money would be nice. Money would be lovely. I could move out. I could do all kinds of stuff. But I would rather have personal, spiritual success first than having any kind of material wealth because I know then I'd be fine. I'd be okay with myself. I'd be happy alone. I'd be okay by myself. I wouldn't have to rely on other people. I could feel free. You know what I mean? Like I could do what the fuck I want because I am so at one with myself that nothing will scare me. There won't be a doubt in my mind that I can achieve anything. And I can just keep going and keep pushing. Now, I am at level 0. I'm nearly at level 1. But I am at level 0. I'm going through those dungeons. I'm fighting those beasts. However, if it's any consolation, you may think, oh, what's this guy know? He's never been through anything. In time, I'll tell my story. Not today. In time, though, I'll tell my story. But just know these eyes have seen a lot. And I've dug my heels in more times than I can count. And I've carried weight that a lot of people understand. And that weight is fucking heavy. I'm still carrying it now. It aches my lower back. It sucks. But that's what I'm hoping the stream will do. By leveling up, not only will I get more confident, not only will I be able to get my word across, not only will I grow as a person, not only will I actually evolve before your eyes, but I will be a better person. And the evolution of that will be visible from day 1, level 0, to however levels along down the line. That is my dream. That's my hope. Not to save people, because I'm a firm believer that nobody is going to save you. Nobody. Unless they're a doctor or a nurse. Shout out to nurses. Seriously. But a firm believer that nobody is coming to save you from the war inside your head. Except you. You. Because all this, like, oh, main character energy. Yeah. What's so wrong with that? What's wrong with feeling superior in a world that treats you like shit? What's so wrong with feeling important? Just because somebody else doesn't feel important themselves, they have to beat you down to their level? Nah. Fuck that. Not about that. I'm more about rising people up. I just say raising. I'm all about raising people up. Because I want them to see their potential. And I see people's potential all the fucking time. I see it in them. It took me so long to see it in myself. But what life does to you, it throws you people that will trample you if you let them. And that's something important. If you have a friend or a friend who belittles you, who mocks you, who shuts you down, or says stuff that's horrible to you, like from my experience, we played games a lot. And I played this one game, Doom Eternal, and I fucking loved it. And I loved it so much because that's who I am. I love absorbing these games. I love putting myself in them and feeling them and just being one with the game. That makes sense? But what I love most is telling people about those games. I love telling people about what I've discovered in those games. And he was my best friend. He got me into Doom Eternal. Doom in general. And so when I played Doom Eternal, and I played it again and again and again, and it was all I could talk about, it was, ooh, I loved it. And I didn't brag like, oh, I'm so good at this game. Oh, no, I was talking about lore. I was talking about Doom Guy. I was talking about the monsters, the secrets, stuff that, because he was playing it at the same time. I was like, oh, yeah, that there's a fun Easter egg in the game. Was it annoying? I don't think so. Personally, if a friend came up to me like that, he was telling me stuff about his favorite game, I'd sit and listen because he's passionate about it. They're passionate about it, and I love that. I love that they're passionate about it, so I'm going to listen to them. What did my friend do instead? He said, you've made me hate the game. I can't play it anymore because you've ruined it. That's what he said. Now, it took a few more years and a very devastating betrayal to finally realize that that friend was a massive, narcissistic, victim, jealous, envious man. Boy. It took me so long. It took me so long. 10 years of my life. 10 years. It took me to realize. 10 years. That man belittled me. He made me believe I was unattractive and weird looking, funny looking. He made me feel not special. He made me feel like the fucking worst. And when it came to a relationship I was in, he made me feel like I was nothing too. He made me feel like I was a choice, not a cemented decision. That it was either between me or him that this person chose. That's what he made me feel. Like I was some kind of, like I was Igor and he was fucking Frankenstein. Or like I was his monster. Because he took those friends. And that's a whole other thing. And I'm not gonna say I blame him 100% because, well, I spent enough time blaming myself for what happened. But the point of the story is, if you have a friend like that, if they treat you like that, if they use you like that, they abuse you, just know they're not doing it because they're evil. They're doing it because they're jealous of you. They hate that you have what they don't. You have what they lack. For me, it was a thin physique, tall jeans, striking eyes, and a handsome face. He was short, fat, and basically a Discord moderator. But I was vulnerable. And it made me, he took advantage of that vulnerability. And I let him. And it wasn't until he made me literally crawl on my hands and knees to ask him, to beg him to be my friend again after everything blew up. It was only then when I realized what I was doing and who I was doing it to. that I took my final stand. I didn't say a word to him. I blocked him. And the universe rewarded me in kind because he, sometime later, when I went completely, like, I went dark. I isolated myself from all my friends, except for 2 of them. I just was in contact with just my family and 2 friends. That was it. I went zero dark. Off grid. I couldn't deal with it because I was going through that and a breakup and the other grief that I'd dealt myself. It was tough. It was tough. I nearly died. I nearly died. I'm not afraid to say that because it's true. I nearly died. But I survived. I shouldn't have because that wasn't the worst thing I've ever been through. I shouldn't have survived that. But I did. Because my willpower is so much stronger than I ever gave myself credit for. And I'm not alone in that. There are so many people out there who have so much willpower too. I know it. I feel it. They're out there. It's in you. It's in me. It's in everybody. Everybody has that power within them to change, to be their best selves, to not take shit from anybody that wants to destroy them, wants to keep them weak. Because you know what happened when I blocked that friend and I walked away? When I came back, my original friend group, they welcomed me back with open fucking arms. They were like, hey man, where have you been? Where the fuck have you been? Man, we've missed you. They're my true friends. They're my real friends. And then he messaged me through one of my other friends. He got them to send a message to ask me to unblock him so we can be friends again. And I told him no. I told him to fuck off. Because I wasn't in the business of controlling others. I didn't want to be a master to anyone. I wanted to heal. And I knew if I kept him around, I would never heal. I would be doomed to a destiny where I'd be in his shadow. Now, I'm evolving. I've grew more than you think. I mean, for one, I'm physically muscular. I went to the gym for 2 years because, well, that's what you do after a breakup, isn't it? You go to the gym. I did the same. I worked out effortlessly. Tiresome. I can't speak English. I worked out a lot. And I don't regret it. I don't regret it because it made me stronger. It made me realize that there is a lot of potential in me and that I can be consistent and I can be, what's the word? I forgot the word. You know what I mean though. I can continue being, I can grow. I can grow. And I found stoicism. Of course, I'm still learning stoicism, but I found stoicism. And it's important to find that within you. So, yeah, if you have a friend like that who treats you like shit, who belittles you, who bullies you, take a second to think why they're like that. Take a second to look at yourself, compare yourself to them, and see what they're missing that you have. Then you'll have your answer why they are a piece of shit to you. And then when you realize that you're that much stronger than them, burn the fucking bridge. Just burn that fucking bridge. Oh, it'd be sweet. Because I'll be honest, I started working out not because of the breakup, but because I was so angry. I was filled with rage, so much hate, so much anger towards him that I wanted to get physically stronger so that I could beat him, so that I could win, so that I could say, "You have no control over me anymore. I win. I'm not weak anymore. I'm strong. I'm stronger than you." That's the lesson that I'm imparting to you. You don't need to prove a damn thing to them. You don't need to prove a damn fucking thing to them. If you're already thinking that way, if you've already discarded them, guess what? You're stronger. You let them go. You said, "Nuh-uh. No, thank you." You woke up from that nightmare, from that dream where you were just thrown around like a fucking stress ball, and you said no more. And you walked away. Now, if this person's your only friend, and you're worried because you'll have no friends, do it anyway. Seriously. Do it anyway. The only friend you need, and it's not cringe. Fuck it. No. The only friend you need is yourself. Seriously. And I'm tired of people like, "Oh, being friends with yourself, that's so gay, that's so lame." So shut the fuck up. That's not. Oh, I'm sorry I have a good relationship with myself. I'm sorry I have boundaries with myself. I'm with me for life. I'm gonna get to know him. I'm gonna get to know this person that I am. Because I'm with them for life. I was here when they were born. I'm gonna be here when they die. Because it's me. Mahalo. I don't know what that means, but fuck it. Yeah. Be friends with yourself. It's not cringe. And if anyone says it's cringe, you have my full permission to punch them in the nose. Hit them as hard as you want. And maybe don't bang doors. Consider it, people. But yeah, you're stronger than them. Much fucking stronger. And that's what I want to do. I'm not doing this to prove to them that I'm stronger. I haven't spoken to them in years. I hardly think about them, to be honest. There was a time when I'd think about them every day. It would always be the same. Me trapped in a daydream of me brutally beating them as a masquerade of different characters. Sometimes I'd be Gojo and do my old Uncle Purple, and sometimes I'd be Batman and beating the shit out of him. But then after a while, you just gotta, I don't know, ride the wave to less choppy waters. Pardon me. Ride the wave. Ride the wave and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'm repeating myself. I'm trying to think of what to say next. And also, this floor is so squeaky. Oh my god. This house is a goddamn nightmare. The floor stopped squeaking. I've been trying to do a schedule thing of working out consistently. I stopped working out properly. I'm gonna try it again. Not like proper compound weightlifting, because I already have the muscle. You know, I already have a pretty good physique, but I want to maintain it, or at least sharpen it. So I'm just gonna do generic push-ups and shit. Maybe neck exercises too, and stretches. Oh, stretches are important. I especially want to do back, spine correction exercises, because my spine is very crooked. Not been diagnosed for anything like scoliosis or some shit, but hello, hello, hello. See, still learning. I'm still clueless on all this shit, but it's fine. It's level 0. Every time I get a new thing, you know, every time I get a new thing, it's like a new experience and shit. Yeah. Sorry, it's because I hear people next door, and I'm like, oh my god, they can hear me. They can hear me. I know they can. I know they can. It's fine. It's fine. Totally fine. I'm just waiting for them to leave. Or maybe I shouldn't give a fuck. Because that's always going to be there. That noise is always going to be there, so fuck it. I'm just going to keep talking. And if they can hear me, good for them. Good for them. Because this is my room. I can do what I want in my room. I can be as loud as I want in my room. I can be as... It's my room. It's my room. I bet when I sit down, you can't see me anymore, huh? Yeah, probably. You couldn't see me, could you? Anyway. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to think. I know there's one difficult thing that I'm still trying to get over. Obviously, mental health is a big one. BPD. Ah! Scary. But it's still limerence. Now, my breakup 3 years ago. I know. I still think about it. Shocker. It's very common, I think. Or at least a lot more common than you think. Because it's like first love syndrome, I think they call it. And it was very hard getting through it. It was very hard accepting that it was my fault. It was very hard that it ended because of me. However, I can't let that govern my life anymore. I can't let that control me. I need to acknowledge that the relationship ended and it's done. It's over. And it can't control me anymore because it's keeping me from doing what I want to do with my life, which is be a speaker, which is be a voice to people who get it, who understand me, who are in agreements with me. And I need to let it go because I'm a big believer in spirituality, all right? I literally have tarot cards. Funny that was the fucking hermit. Literally the most soul leveling fucking card in the deck. Anyway, I'm a big believer in spirituality, and when I never was a believer in spirituality. It wasn't until 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, when I had that breakup that I started believing in spirituality. Thank you, TikTok, and all that shit. Now, why I believed in spirituality was because no shame in it. I wanted them back. And am a mentally ill kid with a lot of issues who fully believed in this one particular field of spirituality that I have some hard truths about. The twin flame journey. I fully believe that. Fully. Wholeheartedly believed it. I followed it to the T. I cut out toxic people from my life. I worked on myself. I started healing my inner child. I did all that shit because I truly believed that by doing it, I'd have a reunion with my other half. But see, there's a bigger picture of the twin flame journey that I ignored. And I feel like a lot of people ignore it too. The twin flame journey was never about reunion. It was never about the other person. It was about finding self-love. That person you met, they're just a catalyst. They're not the end goal. They're not the reward. They're the catalyst. The real reward is not needing them anymore. Is realizing that the other half was never in them. It was always in you. You were always whole. That's the reward. Come through that door, I swear to God. That's the reward of the twin flame journey. Now, I know why I chose to ignore that. I know why. Because I wanted so badly to be with them. I wanted so badly to marry them, for them to love me and me to love them. And I even believed they were sending me fucking messages from my head and I could feel them and all that shit. It wasn't until very fucking recently that I realized how crazy all that was. And the hard truth was, they can't feel that. It's all me. It was all my doing. Believing that I could feel them was me believing myself that I could feel them. Them sending me messages through songs, that was me sending me messages through songs, finding meaning in everything. Now, synchronicities and seeing angel numbers, I believe in that shit too. But not for the reason you think. I see them now and I believe that it's not for the twin flame, but it's that I'm on the right path, that I'm on the right track. And it's a hard pill to swallow, but I know now that my future was never gonna be with them. Never was. And it's painful to admit that, because I loved them. Part of me still does. Where'd you go upstairs? Part of me still does. But a huge part of me is like, this mold is everywhere and I need to rip up the entire fucking house or just move out. because that prison I put myself in of like, oh, if I do this, then they'll wake up and realize how messy that situation is, and then they'll do all the big changes, all the healing, and then they'll fuck off and all that stuff, and then we'll be together again. No, they won't. No, they won't. They won't. And I'm not saying you're delusional. I'm not saying I'm delusional. I'm just saying you're reading it wrong. You're looking at it completely wrong. Twin Flame Journey is never about them. It's never about your ex or your person that you've lost. You had a on and off reunion with. Never about them. It's always about you. It's about realizing you don't need them. You never needed them. You only needed you. It wasn't about going out into the world and finding your other half and believing that your other soul is out in someone else's body. No, it's not about that. That other half that you believe is in another person, it's in you. It always has been. And yeah, I was the person that believed it so dearly because I was like, but like, they are literally perfect for me. Like, they're so beautiful and they're so, like, their body shape perfect for me. That everything they said and my humor and all that was perfect for me. Why would it not be? Well, have you considered that if it were anyone else, it wouldn't have made you change as drastically as it did? So maybe the universe had to put this perfect person in your life to catalyze that tremendous change. Because I know I'd been in love before. I'd been in love before. But this one was way different. It was way different. And then, damn, the changes I made that week, that year, were some of the most insanely bold and craziest fucking changes I ever made. I changed my finances. I got more money. I got money. I made such a tremendous physical change. I used to be really skinny, like alien body skinny. You know, big belly, small chest, short shoulders, thin arms. I had, oh, and a giant head. I was weird, right? Now it's like, you know, I worked hard. I worked hard for this body, for this physique. All because I was like, I'm making the changes that will make us come together. So I'll be with them. And I was stuck on them for 3 years, man. 3 years. And it wasn't until very recently that I finally realized, no. No. The truth is within you. Stop ignoring your intuition. Stop ignoring your personal truth. You need to see it for yourself. You need to hear it for yourself that this person, oh my nose, this person is not destined to be with you. They may go on their own healing journey, but it's none of your business. It's none of your concern. What is your concern is your own healing and your own feelings and how you change and how you grow, because that's the point. So maybe this twin flame thing was real, but not in the romanticized way, in the harsh, cruel reality way of this person was your perfect double, and then it was ripped away from you because you had to change. You were going through it rough. You had, your ego was fucked, so you had to get fucking beat up, and it's unfair, but you'll reach a stage where you're like, I'm glad it happened. I know it had to happen for a reason. Or I'm glad it happened. And I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I still think about them to this day. I still think about them, but not in the way I used to. In the very beginning, I'd think about them and it would ruin my whole fucking day. Now I think about them and I'm like, it's just a memory. That was then. This is now. That was then. And this is now. And it's important. It's important. So anyone going through the twin flame journey? First off, hats off to you. It's a rough one. Buckle up. But importantly, most importantly, it's not about them. There are no fake twin flames, real twin flames, blah, 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 blah. If they made you go through tremendous change and they're not there to do it, it was real. Because they're not coming back. From now on, it's a solo adventure. And I know that's a tough thing to hear, but it's a needed thing to hear. They're not coming back. You know who is? The person you're actually meant to be with. And once you do the healing and you realize that you don't need the twin flame, you don't need them, and you start seeing your options a bit more, and then you know what you want, you see what you actually need, and what you want from a person, and realize, man, I thought they gave me everything. That was a fucking pie slice compared to the factory I could get. When you realize that, and you come across a person that the universe has carefully planned to put in your path, just gonna say, I'm just saying, have fun, yeah? Have fun. Now. You might be thinking, but Jack, you don't have that. You're right, I don't. I don't want that. Relationships are so fucking difficult, especially for someone with BPD. Oh, brother, I don't want to do that again. Not until I'm all cleared and fucking ready to go. I would much rather be alone. Seriously, solitude is very nice. Very nice. It gives me time to think. It gives me time to reflect. It gives me time to just do what I want to do, you know? Find my actual people. Spend that energy towards myself and people that actually matter to me. Not ghosts from the past. But mostly myself. Because I think that's the issue a lot of people do. They give away too much energy to other people. Way too much. And then they question, why am I exhausted? Why am I blah, blah, blah? Why can't I do this? Why can't I, I'm just so tired all the time. Why would the universe treat me this way? I'm such a good person. That's why. That's why. You're too nice. You're giving your energy away to fucking assholes who don't deserve it most of the time. Pick your people. Pick your targets. Know who is truly deserving of your energy. Give it to them. Little bit. But see, if you pull your energy back from other people and they're like, hey, what the fuck? Hello, you're not going to be nice to me? You're not going to say happy birthday? You're not going to be blah, 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 blah. Get them gone. Fuck them. You don't need them. If they leave on their own account because you aren't giving them the attention that you used to give them before, they were fake in the beginning. Get them gone. Open the door for them. Bye. Sayonara. Later. But if you, pull back your energy, and then the people that you were giving your energy to, they grow concerned, and they're like, hey, are you okay? Like, you seem a bit down. You want to talk? Keep them. Fucking drown them in energy. Your energy. The love. The excitement. The passion. Drown them. They deserve it. They deserve it. Now, of course, to the max you can do it. The way I see it, 20-30% expendable, right? You can spend that on other shit. You can spend that energy on your projects and your people and your whatever. The rest, that's all yours. That's all yours. That's spending money to do whatever the fuck you want on yourself. Self-care. Contain it. Because one hard truth as well is that a lot of people are like, oh, to get people to like you, to be magnetic, you gotta give your energy out like a fucking sun. No. We don't. You know why suns are magnetic? You know why their gravity is so fucking strong? Not because they shine brightly. No. It's because their cores are dense. Their core is super heavy. It's a super solid matter. You know what that means? It means all the real energy that they aren't showing is in them. Is in them. If you take your energy, your own personal energy, and you condense it in yourself, and you become a super heavy element, and that gets magnetic, that's what draws people in. Be a magnet. Condense your energy. Spend it on yourself. Don't waste it on assholes and people who you see on the street that are just strangers, because I do that. My fucking moods used to change depending on how somebody else felt. Like strangers. And that's because my energy was leaking all over the place. Don't do that. Keep that shit contained. You get a way different look. Now, don't take any advice from me. All right, make your own assumptions, make your own opinions, because that's the best kind of opinion. That's what humans are good at. Because I got the face and the eyes of someone that's unapproachable and not cute. I kind of got the intimidating factor. I mean, seriously, if you see me in public, you'll think, oh, dangerous, stay clear of that guy. And that's kind of what I'm going for. It's what I like. I don't like people coming up to me. Like you know those salespeople? I don't like them coming up to me, so I just dead. I'm not. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to change providers. I'm happy with the service I've got. Just charity people then. If I have money, then boop. You know. But seriously, if you look mean, they won't approach you. They'll be scared. I have the benefit of striking eyes and fucking eyebrows, so you know I'm good. I'm good at both fronts. Whoa, it's been ages. Anyway. That's my truth. That's... What the fuck was that noise? That's my truth. That's me. I'm gonna keep doing this because I like this. I like this format. You know, the sole focus is me. Is this man right here. I like it. I like being able to talk. Games make me distracted. It's a change from the traditional ways because I don't know who decided, like, you want to be big on Twitch? You want to be big on YouTube? Well, you gotta clip almost every fucking stream. Clip farm. You gotta be fucking like you gotta be so expressive. You gotta be so fucking chaotic. You gotta be playing the best games, the meta games. Like, that's so fake. That is so fake. Nah. Nah. I'm gonna do my own thing. That's so fucking boring. Everyone does that. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'd rather do my own thing. Be expressive. No. I'm gonna do the opposite. I'm gonna be non-expressive. Like, just be yourself. Seriously, just be yourself. If yourself is, wacky and crazy and all that stuff, that's great. Just don't, burn yourself out. But if your natural self is, you're a bit quiet, you don't like talking, don't let people force you to be a socialite. Fuck them. That's not who you are. That isn't who you are. I'm sorry, I don't speak aloud. I don't talk out loud. I don't like people's company. Is that so fucking wrong? No, it's not. Be yourself. Being yourself is way more important than anyone's opinion. Because again, people are temporary. You got you for the rest of your fucking life. You want to be on their bad terms? No, you don't. Anyway, this was stream 1. I don't know how long I've streamed for. No, I was streamed for. No idea. Literally no. Oh, an hour. About an hour. Cool. Oh, lovely hair. Yeah. This is stream 1. Oh, I leveled up. Oh. Tomorrow is level 1. Or if I can be bothered. Oh. Good job, me. You streamed. Level 0. You beat a few goblins. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure. And I'll catch you in the flip side, I guess. Flip side, yeah, that'll do.